What's hiding underneath things can be scary. Underwater, under your bed, especially what's under your carpet. Except when you get new carpet from Carpet One Floor and Home. After tearing up your old carpet, they'll vacuum and apply Health Annex antimicrobial to your subfloor, disinfecting and killing mold, mildew, and any remaining general awfulness. Carpet One Floor and Home goes the extra mile to protect you, your family, and your home. Carpet One Floor and Home in Columbia, making your home beautiful, guaranteed.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Tuesday, December the 20th. It's about 5 days before Christmas. And, we talk about Christmas, but we think of United Way and the good work that they do here. And I've got my friend Andrew Grabau from Heart of Missouri United Way sitting right next to me. Welcome and Merry Christmas to you,
Good morning.
Andy.
Merry Christmas, Paul.
Yeah. Well, you've got some big news today.
Well, I tell you, it's amazing that we only have about 10 years left in the calendar year. I can't believe the year has flown by.
You mean 10 days?
You
said 10 years left.
It feels like it, right? A day feels like a year. Holy cow.
Right.
That's exactly right.
So we got 10 days left in the calendar year.
Yes.
And you want to talk about people giving.
Oh, well, I tell you, so I would like to share that I am grateful for our community. And my personal philosophy and the philosophy at United Way is to put our gratefulness into action. And that cannot happen without the engagement and involvement of our community. That's through giving, of course, and we always have needs around giving. But it's also by volunteering. It's by people advocating. It's what we call at United Way, where you give, you advocate, and you volunteer. And that's what I'm grateful for. And as we look at the last 10 days of the calendar year, I just want to thank the community, share a little bit about what we've been able to achieve with their help and what we need to look forward to in 2023.
Well, now, the Missourian did a story last week that United Way is making a $2.1 million investment in the county. That is absolutely wonderful. It's outstanding. $2.1 million.
So if I can share a little bit of some details on what that entails. So those are 45 grants to 31 local nonprofits that are doing unique work and unique services in education, health, and financial stability. So when United Way works with our agency partners, we make sure that every single grant that is made is a unique grant that has a defined service that does not duplicate another service, that it complements, and that we really can approach poverty with a holistic, all-hands-on-deck approach.
You know, there was a wording in that headline that I so appreciated. It didn't say United Way donates. It didn't say United Way gave. It said United Way invested.
Yes.
And invested is the right word because you're investing in the future of people.
That's right. And not only is that an investment in trying to build resiliency in individuals who are dealing with really hard times. Think of, someone who is battling diabetes and doesn't have the right health support, or think of a single parent that is trying to pay for their rent or pay for high utility bills, or think of a young child that really spent the last year and a half, when we were at the height of COVID, learning at home and now is trying to play catch up in reading and in school. These investments are specifically defined to help those individuals, and this is how United Way does this. When we look at a unique investment and a program, we sit down with our partner agencies and we review the strategic investment agreement of how many people they wish to serve, how they will serve them, and then we look at anticipated outcomes. So how do we know that we will have a return on that investment? And this is a partnership that we have with our agencies. It's not a patriarchal kind of approach. We want to work with them. We do work with them because we know that as United Way, if we work with those 31 different agencies together, we can convene and combine the power of all of those agencies and really do a lot of good in serving so many people. And in fact, During the last time that we surveyed our all of our agencies to make sure that we hit the marks, we served over 63,000 individuals in central Missouri.
63,000.
Yes. And again, that's everything from a child that maybe takes a buddy pack at a local school or that attends a after-school program at one of our agency partners, Grade A Plus or Boys and Girls Club. But it's also a senior that maybe gets some transportation support from Services for Independent Living, or a young couple that needs some financial counseling from Love Columbia.
So United Way has a hand in almost every single good thing that happens.
That's awfully
I think that's a way to describe it.
Well, that's awfully kind of you to say that. I do think that the holistic approach to United Way's support allows us to really look at the complexities of poverty and to recognize that there isn't a single solution, that as humans are complex, so is poverty. And so our approach is that. Now, United Way's approach also is highly collaborative, as I noted, with the 31 agencies. But we also work very closely with the city and the county. And I'm grateful for that partnership because it allows us to make sure that we look collaboratively at community targets and that we, again, complement the investments and the work that all three of those entities do on a daily basis, so that we can leverage it and actually have greater impact.
You know, we were talking with Jane Williams.
Oh, she's wonderful.
Columbia Ing. And we were talking about the housing crisis. How frightening is that if you're renting a house or an apartment and you're just barely making that payment, and then you get notice at the end of the year that your rent is going to go up 15 to 20 to 25%. Now, you're barely able to make the payments now.
Yes.
What do you do? That has got to be frightening. This is why it's so important that we have organizations that are there to help people. And the only way these organizations survive is if people in our community make donations to them.
Yes.
For those of us who are fortunate enough, if we can help out those who are less fortunate by making donations to the organization of your choice. If whatever you give ends up at one point or another coming right back to you.
So if I can just, and I know we don't have a whole lot of time, but I do just want to quickly say that I think I've described hopefully a dual approach that United Way takes. And to try to break this down, really, United Way approaches the challenges in our society, the systemic challenges. We also look at those individual challenges. Investments in Love Columbia allows us to do those individual ones. Larger system investments, like in the Columbia Housing Authority and other groups, allows us to do more. We need both. United Way can do that, and so the continued support allows us to do that.
You said very beautifully.
Thank you.
www.uwheartmo.org for Heart of Missouri United Way. Merry Christmas to you, Andrew.
Christmas. Thank
Continued success. We're out of time. Bye-bye.